replied, "See, Bill, I'm gonna tackle about HIV or human immunodeficiency virus. HIV is a virus that attacks the body immune system. If HIV is not treated, it can lead to AIDS or acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. There is currently no effective cure. Once people get HIV, they have it for life. But with proper medical care, HIV can be controlled. People with HIV who get affected, HIV treatment can live long, healthy lives and protect their partners. HIV infection in human came from a type of chimpanzee in Central Africa. Studies shows that HIV may jump from chimpanzee to humans as far back as the late 1800s. The chimpanzee version of the virus is called simian immunodeficiency virus. It was probably passed to human when human hunted these chimpanzees for meat and came in contact with their infected blood. Over decades, HIV slowly spread across Africa and later into other parts of the world. The virus has existed in the United States since at least the mid to late 1970s. People with HIV may have symptoms. Most people have flu-like symptoms within 2 to 4 weeks after infection. Symptoms may last for a few days or several weeks. Having these symptoms alone doesn't mean you have HIV. Other illness can cause similar symptoms. Some people have no symptoms at all. The only way to know if you have HIV is to get tested. In the Philippines, the number of new HIV infections has increased significantly over the past 6 years. From an estimated 4,300 in 2010 to an estimated 10,500 in 2016. According to an UNAIDS report on the worldwide HIV epidemic, in Asia and Pacific, the Philippines now has the fastest growing HIV epidemic and is one of the 8 nations that account for more than 85% of all new HIV infections. Although the Philippines has the fastest growing epidemic in terms of percentage growth, there are not as many new infections there as in some other nations in the region, where there are thought to be tens of thousands per year. Registry of the Philippines received report of 1,054 confirmed HIV positive people in February 2022, counting from 96,266 documented cases overall since January 1984. In addition, when tested, 28% or 297 of those reported in February had advanced HIV infection. While the HIV epidemic among female sex workers has been under control in the Philippines, the nations show a change in the epidemic in 2007, particularly among men who have sex with men rather than drug users, and has subsequently scaled up program targeted at other important risk categories. According to the data from the Philippines, transsexual women who had sex with men and MSM accounted for 83% of new reported HIV cases in 2016. The majority of new infections affect MSM and TGW between the age of 15 and 24. It is concerning how common teenage pregnancy and STI HIV/AIDS are in northern Mindanao. 13 out of 100 or 13% young female in Region 10 had already started having children. According to the 2013, 13 out of 100 or 13% young female in Region 10 had already started having children according to the 2013 Young Adult Fertility and Sexuality Study. And the spread of STI and HIV/AIDS is another issue. The Philippine Daily Inquirer's official website, inquire.net, noted that Northern Mindanao is currently a hotspot for HIV. According to the PDI website, 30 HIV cases were reported in the first quarter of 2014. Unprotected intercourse lead to teenage pregnancy and STI HIV/AIDS infections. In Region 10, youth premarital sex was not protected against pregnancy, STIs, HIV, or AIDS. In 9 out of 10 cases, according to the Young Adult Fertility and Sexuality Studies. According to the 2013 Young Adult Fertility and Sexuality Study, and the spread of STIs and HIV/AIDS is another issue. The Philippine Daily Inquirer official website, inquire.net, noted that Northern Mindanao is currently a hotspot of HIV. According to the PDI website, 30 HIV cases were reported in the first quarter of 2014. Unprotected intercourse lead to teenage pregnancy and STI HIV/AIDS infections. In Region 10, youth premarital sex was not protected against pregnancy, STIs, HIV, or AIDS. In 9 out of 10 cases, according to the Young Adult Fertility and Sexuality Study. 890 confirmed HIV positive people were reported to the HIV/AIDS and ART Registry of the Philippines in January 2021. And this accounted for 1% of all identified cases since January 1984. Additionally, 19% had at the time of testing clinically sign of advanced HIV infection. Males made up 96% of the reported cases. 3% of the total male cases said they identified as female or transgender ladies when testing was been done. Today, more tools than ever are available to prevent HIV. You can use strategies such as abstinence or not having sex, never sharing needles, and using condoms the right way every time you have sex. You may also have able to take advantage of HIV prevention medicine such as pre-exposure prophylaxis and post-exposure prophylaxis. If you have HIV, there are many actions you can take to prevent transmitting HIV to others. That's all. Thank you.